Hi everyone, and welcome to my review of the newest film directed by David Cronenberg. The movie is called Maps to the Stars, and I believe this film premiered at a few film festivals last year, including the Cannes Film Festival, where it won Best Actress for Julianne Moore. Now, she won just a week ago at the Oscars for Still Alice, but this is a totally different and weirder role and completely out there compared to what she did in Still Alice. And I just got to say that it definitely proves that Julianne Moore is one of the greatest actresses working today, maybe one of the greatest working ever. Now with this film, it examines celebrity life in Hollywood, of course, self-absorbed Hollywood stars, people that are struggling to become big, young Hollywood, people that are doing other jobs, but they want to be actors or screenwriters at the same time. Anyways, the whole movie just examines Hollywood life today, what's going on, but through the eyes of a madman. Now, when it comes to David Cronenberg, he's really... I love some of his movies, and then I hate some of those movies, and then sometimes I'm just down the middle. I love A History of Violence, The Fly, Eastern Promises, Scanners, and many others. And then there's some that just I scratch my head at, like Crash and Naked Lunch. I'm still trying to think of what the hell that movie was about. But I like David Cronenberg. He's weird, he's strange, he's different. And he definitely tries to go against the grain. And I think he is trying to do something like this with this movie. Now, this film stars Julianne Moore, as I said before, Robert Pattinson, John Cusack, Olivia Williams, some new actors I've never seen before, and Mia Wasikowska. Really like her, and I like saying her name. But Julianne Moore is this self-absorbed actress that's dealing the fact that she's not having the same role as her mother did. Her mother died in the 70s. She was famous, and Julianne Moore's character wants to play a part that her mother played at one time, and she's really buying for the role. At the same time, Mia Wasikowska's character is her assistant. She's got a checkered past with her family. This movie has a lot to deal with the subject matter of incest. A lot of the characters are kind of obsessed with their family members, whether they're a brother or a sister, or a mother or a daughter. There's just a lot of weird stuff going on. And of course, that's what I was expecting when I was going to see a David Cronenberg movie. Even something that is as mainstream as The Fly, you're going to get something really out there and weird. Though this film is definitely not mainstream, and I will say, I did like the film. I did like the film. Very hesitant about that but I don't think I could ever recommend this to anybody. You really have to like the bizarre and the weird mind of director David Cronenberg. I like the fact that he sometimes will be in a movie like Nightbreed. He'll actually star in a movie like Nightbreed, and then he'll make all these weird films, whether they're for himself or for his audience. I bet he has his own cult audience that love him. And then for the mainstream, probably he'll make a movie that is pretty damn good, like A History of Violence, that will make lots of money, and hopefully it will fund his own projects. And I like that he kind of works with the same team. He's been working most of his career. Howard Shore writes his music. His wife, Denise Cronenberg, does all the costume design. But, I mean, this is a very strange film. So if you're going to go see this movie, please mentally prepare yourself for what you're about to watch. Know that it's Cronenberg. He's going to just take all the liberties he wants to tell the story. It's dark, it's dreary, it's violent, it's a little sexy at times, it's a little inappropriate at some times. So, I can't recommend this to anybody. But if you're interested in seeing it and you're a big fan of the films of David Cronenberg, this is definitely a good film. It's an interesting film that examines celebrity, and I think it is his commentary on what's going on in Hollywood today. I don't know if he really... I almost have a feeling that he kind of works outside the business and makes his own movies, and then maybe they find their way eventually to the world. But this is just... I don't know what else to say about this film. I really don't. The performances are great. Julianne Moore is great. Everybody's really interesting to watch. Mia Wasikowska is great. Even Carrie Fisher has a cameo, which was nice to see because Star Wars is coming up, so that was kind of cool. She's kind of tied into this weird story. I like the storyline of this young kid who is really famous, and he's making a sequel to this movie that made lots of money, but he's also dealing with the fact that he was an addict, And when he was like 9 years old, he was working on a TV show where he was bringing in like $300,000 an episode. So he's got this weird ego going for him, and he can't deal with it. You know, he's trying to lay off the drugs and the alcohol at the same time, be successful, and he's being overbearing by his family. And that all ties into also what happens. I mean, these stories, there's like 3 or 4 different stories happening that feel separate, but then they are all connected somehow through this presentation. Again, out there film, not for everyone, but in the comment box below, what do you think of David Cronenberg? What is your favorite films of him? What is your least favorite films of him? Have you seen Maps to the Stars? Did you like this film? Did you not? I can totally understand some people probably hating this movie because it's just weird. It's really weird, and it'll probably leave you leaving the theater going, "What the hell did I just watch?" But I liked some of the performances. I liked some of the style, and I liked some of the editing, how the stories were separate, but then they were connected, and it kept me interested, invested for the 2-hour period that it was. So for that, I am going to give Maps to the Stars, I am going to give it a slight 3 stars out of 4. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook, and please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePile.com, and if you enjoyed this video movie review, please click right here, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. In the meantime, have a great day, a wonderful night, and a wonderful life, and I'll talk to you in my next movie review. Bye everyone. Peace be with you, my friends.